Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Monday, October 6, 2025. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security and Peace, Dr. Horace Chang, has strongly condemned Sunday's mass shooting in Commodore Linstead, St. Catherine. The attack, which occurred after 10 p.m., claimed the lives of 5 people, including a child. Minister Chang described the incident as reprehensible and said it strikes at the very core of our humanity. He also extended condolences to the grieving families and the wider community. As he assured the public of the security forces' commitment to bringing the perpetrators to justice, Minister Chang called on citizens to stand united against violence, saying we all have a role to play in protecting each other. Dr. Chang, meanwhile, says the security forces are committed to restoring calm in Linstead and dismantling the networks that fuel such acts of violence. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton is calling on Caribbean leaders to use their voice and vote within the United Nations and other global platforms to strengthen advocacy and collaboration in tackling the region's non-communicable diseases (NCDs) crisis. NCDs account for up to 65% of deaths across the region, with many lives cut short by heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and chronic respiratory illnesses. Dr. Tufton made the appeal while delivering closing remarks at the breakfast side event at the United Nations headquarters in New York last week. The minister emphasized that the special circumstances of small island developing states must be recognized to achieve universal health coverage and effectively address NCDs and mental health issues. Dr. Tufton urged leaders to recommit to decisive action on NCDs, mental health, and climate change. This as people's health, economic resilience, and future depends on it. Dr. Tufton warned that if these challenges are not tackled collectively, the impact could be catastrophic, undermining sustainable development and the region's survival. The health minister also pointed to the need for greater cooperation on reducing drug costs using emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and strengthening the region's health workforce to ensure consistent quality care. The Ministry of Local Government and Community Development is conducting a national homeless survey to gather accurate data on individuals experiencing homelessness across Jamaica. The survey, being carried out through the Ministry's Board of Supervision, runs from October 6 to 10. It aims to collect critical information to strengthen services and support for the homeless population. Secretary of the Board of Supervision, Trika Lewis, says current estimates from the Poor Relief Department show that about 2,400 Jamaicans are homeless. She was speaking during a recent JIS Get the Facts program.
We also treat persons who use our night shelters, obviously, as homeless, so they are counted in the numbers as well. In our last survey in 2017, we actually had 1,938 persons who were homeless. So we see an anecdotal increase. A survey will give us the real numbers.
Ms. Lewis explained that in addition to biographical information, the survey will use a standard 28-question instrument designed to capture both quantitative and qualitative data for a more comprehensive understanding of homelessness in Jamaica.
We will also speak to or ask questions like, why are you homeless? The type of family support that you have or lack thereof, what government services you would have accessed or be knowledgeable of or aware of, as well as your mental health condition or your actual physical health and the last time you went to a hospital, things along that nature.
The Board of Supervision was established under the Poor Relief Act to oversee and monitor the delivery of poor relief services provided by each municipal corporation. Minister of Labour and Social Security Pernell Charles Jr. is calling for greater strategic collaboration among stakeholders to fully harness the potential of Jamaica's sustainable blue economy. Minister Charles Jr. made the call during the recent opening ceremony for the Caribbean Maritime University, CMU's Industry and Academics Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. The blue economy refers to the sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, jobs, and improved livelihoods while conserving marine ecosystems. Minister Charles Jr. says with coordinated action, Jamaica can expand the sector's contribution to national development and job creation.
For us to remain competitive, we have to equip our people. We have to train them. We have to upskill. We have to make sure that they are ready to be able to adapt to the transformation. And this calls for dynamic partnerships. It calls for us to make sure that we continue to signal that partnership between academia, industry, government, public, private sector, and that we not just talk about it, but we move towards the outcomes.
The minister also highlighted the ministry's Just Transition program as a key framework to guide green innovation while safeguarding workers and communities.
That is one way of us ensuring that we can navigate the changes that are demanded in terms of innovation and collaboration to really have the right approach to ensuring that our growth increases and becomes more sustainable, inclusive.
Minister Charles Jr. reminded stakeholders that human development must remain a priority, urging continued investment in training and opportunities for Jamaicans to thrive in the evolving marine space. Staying with news on the environment, the Caribbean Maritime University has signed a major partnership with Eco Canada to strengthen environmental training and certification across Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. The agreement, centered on the Sustainable Blue Economy Professional (SBEP) certification, was formalized during the CMU's recent Industry and Academics Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. Eco Canada President and Chief Executive Officer Kevin Nilsson says the collaboration will help boost skills and professional standards in the region's environmental sector.
This agreement will facilitate local and indeed Caribbean-wide upskilling and training in the environmental sector. The blue economy is a global common. What you do here affects here. We all need to work together. So Canada investing is indeed because we want to see the blue economy thrive in the Caribbean and the wider Americas, but because we know it's good for Canada. I'll be very honest. We need to work together and we all play a part.
President of CMU, Professor Andrew Spencer, encouraged regional stakeholders to continue reaching for greater levels of collaboration and ambition.
And let us dare to set higher aims for our oceans, for our industries, for our communities and for our future. Let us aim higher in insisting that sustainability is non-negotiable.
Eco Canada provides certification, training, and labor market research to support environmental professionals in Canada and internationally. During the ceremony, 5 senior CMU staff members were recognized for their leadership in advancing the sustainable blue economy. In other news, regional private and public sector leaders are being urged to position the Caribbean as a hub for innovation, design, and AI-driven problem solving. The call comes from Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for efficiency, innovation and digital transformation, Ambassador Audrey Marks. She made the call at the recent opening ceremony of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union, CTU, Information and Communications Technology, ICT Week 2025. According to Ambassador Marks, regional collaboration can build a strong AI services sector and secure real value from the global AI economy.
We change by embedding digital sovereignty. We must connect futures by aligning data, talent, and opportunity across our region, which I trust you have been doing in your deliberations so far.
The minister outlined 6 key priority areas for regional leaders, including accelerating human capital development, investing significantly in digital infrastructure, and driving the digital transformation of government. Focus would also be placed on forging stronger public-private partnerships, adopting and harmonizing regional frameworks, as well as speaking with one voice globally to shape AI governance, digital standards, and norms.
We already have the foundation. For more than 2 decades, Jamaica has built a reputation in business process outsourcing. BPO. We are now moving up the value chain from BPO to AI-powered knowledge process outsourcing, KPO, and ultimately to AI-powered software services.
And finally, members of Parliament, MPs, are set to return to Gordon House on Tuesday, October 7, for the start of a new parliamentary term following the September 3 general election. The swearing-in of cabinet ministers, MPs, and senators has been completed. A special orientation session was also held on September 30 to review the standing orders and remind members of the rules and responsibilities that guide parliamentary proceedings. The Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, retains control of the House with 35 seats, while the opposition People's National Party, PNP, holds 28. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.